Hello, everybody. It's Alex Shevchenko here, and as always, at this time on Friday afternoon, Europe time, we are holding a Friday Alpha League session, a live stream on the YouTube, where we're sharing the news from the Aurora ecosystem. And it is a live stream, which means that you're able to ask your questions, and I will try to answer all of them in the second section of the stream when we're going to be off to communicating with each other. Thanks everybody for joining, and without further ado, let's dive into the news. Um, uh, and we have quite a lot of nice and interesting things to share with you. And first of all, a very important integration happened with Aurora and even with Aurora Cloud. And at first sight, it's nothing that big. It is an integration of an additional on-ramping service, and up until now, on Aurora Mainnet, there were quite a lot of others on-ramping services available, including Transact, the most used, one of the biggest on-ramp services. So just for everybody, you are able to on-ramp on Aurora directly from your cards and your bank accounts without going to the centralized exchanges by just simply going into the Aurora.plus website, which is the user dashboard in the Aurora ecosystem, and you are able to see their relevant buttons that are allowing you to use on-ramping solutions. Now, there is an additional on-ramping partner, Munzen, but the most important thing of this on-ramp is that it works with every single Aurora chain automatically. It does not require any additional integration. So for anyone who is launching their Aurora Cloud virtual blockchain or an additional network based on the Aurora technology, this on-ramp is available to them. And these universal on-ramp, how we call it, or if you will, the abstracted on-ramp, I'm sorry, give me a second. Okay, I'm sorry. It was a random tab in the on my computer just decided to talk with me. It was a strange sound coming into my earphones. But anyway, we're back here, right? Back to Munzen and the universal RAM or abstracted on-ramp solution. So Munzen is a cornerstone piece of the set of products for anyone who is launching their Aurora chains or is using Aurora Cloud to launch their chains. Now, together with Forwarder, these two solutions are given from the first block hassle-free integration for blockchain builders with the standardized on-ramping solutions. And so here you go. So users with Munzen would be able to directly transfer or convert their card holdings or the holdings in their banks directly into crypto that is going to be deposited into the chain. With Forwarder, centralized exchanges that are working with the Near protocol at the moment and later with any blockchain, they will be able to use Forwarder. So the users will be able to use Forwarder to move assets inside of this particular chain. And we have not been talking about this, but it is also a super, super important and a straightforward use case. Forwarder is working not only with centralized exchanges. Forwarder works with any transfers of crypto. So in case, for example, somebody is willing to use an on-ramping solution that works on Near at the moment, together with forwarder, this on-ramping solution will be able to move assets directly on the Aurora Cloud chain. Anyway, together, forwarder and a universal on-ramp solution, Munzen, these two solutions are fully covering all of the possible ways for users to be able to move inside of the Aurora chain their liquidity. And that's an absolutely great thing to have. This simplifies all of the interaction with the user. And please remember, both of these things are working with any Aurora network, which means that anyone who is thinking of launching their blockchain, in case they are choosing Aurora Cloud as a stack for this blockchain, they are going to automatically get these tools right from the first block of their own blockchain. This is something that is not available anywhere within the L2 or app chains ecosystem. And the reason for this is the unique position of Aurora Cloud as a virtual blockchain that is working on top of the public blockchain. Manon Integration was followed with a deeper dive into how the things are working. That was held on this YouTube channel yesterday, and you are able to access this video, this stream, and it was more than half an hour. So for everybody who are interested in how Manon is working, why it is a universal on-ramp, you are able to dive deeper into this and watch this particular video. Continuing with the news from our partners, DGA, which is a solution for indie game developers and kind of like a toolbox for them, is launching their quest on Galaxy. They're launching their Galaxy campaign, and so this is a great opportunity for anyone to learn about DGA. And also, since DGA is working with Aurora, there are some quest items that are connected with Aurora. So everybody, you're able to check out this campaign on Galaxy. Continuing with the update of the token economy for Aurora token, that was happening approximately a year ago, something like that. In accordance with this update, there is a constant burn of the Aurora token that is happening because Aurora smart contracts are accumulating near token transaction fees. This is happening because of the way how the fees are working inside of the near blockchain. And it was decided to use these near tokens to buy back and burn Aurora tokens from the market. And though these numbers are not extreme, but still they are influencing how everything is working in the Aurora ecosystem. So continuing this, the relevant burn as of April 2024 occurred, and you're able to check these transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. Some people are asking why the burn of Aurora tokens is happening on the Ethereum blockchain. Just to emphasize it once again, Aurora token does not have the ability to perform a burn mechanics. It is a non-upgradable token that was deployed as an ERC20 on Ethereum blockchain, and later it was bridged using the Rainbow Bridge, the most secure bridge in the world. It was bridged to near and into the Aurora Mainnet. So the tokens that are the origin tokens are the Ethereum tokens. And in case the burn will happen on near or on the Aurora Mainnet, still in case of the hack of the bridge, the access to this burned but locked tokens on the Rainbow Bridge will be maintained. So the only way how to truly burn Aurora tokens is actually to burn them on Ethereum. But since there is no burn mechanics, the proper thing is to transfer these tokens to a dead address, or the address which is not controlled by anyone. Actually, this address is 0x dead, and you're able to see all of the transactions in the relevant explorers. Our long-standing gaming platform partner, Pipeflare, have launched a new game that is Aurora theme, that is called Aurora Space Invasion. It probably is pretty similar to some of the games that you have been playing when you were younger and playing these alien invasion type of simulator games. So pretty nice. Everything in the game is Aurora themed. So go check it out in case you're a user of Pipeflare. And in case you're not, then check out in general Pipeflare because this is a hub for quite a lot of different games there. A little bit of stats in the end of these Friday Alpha League sessions. On the Aurora Mainnet, the amount of wallets that have been using Aurora Mainnet and are doing something there surpassed 8 million. So congrats everyone with this pretty nice milestone. We see an increase of the activity on the Aurora Mainnet, and more people are coming and performing their transactions, which is absolutely great. And another thing that is connected with this is the distribution of the token holders and the amount of the token holders and the amount of transfers of the Aurora tokens that were performed. So as I was mentioning a little bit earlier today, Aurora token is a token that spans across 3 different networks. It is Ethereum, Near, and Aurora Mainnet. And on these networks, there are different amounts of token holders, and these token holders are separately transacting or kind of moving the Aurora token. This is also very important to understand when you're dealing with centralized exchanges. So please always double check where the centralized exchange is expecting you to deposit assets and where it expects it kind of tries to withdraw the assets for you. So it's worth looking into the interface of the centralized exchange and see what is the network, which is deposit and withdrawal network that you're using. Anyway, the stats are approximately the following. On the Ethereum, there are more than 6,000 token holders of the Aurora token. We see more than 25% increase since the beginning of the year in this parameter. And there are quite a lot of total transfers of the token, which also surged since the beginning of the year, more than 30%. So we see that there are quite a lot of activity on the Ethereum with Aurora. And by the way, lots of these transfers are actually trades that are happening on the decentralized exchanges with Aurora token. On the Near network, there are more people who hold Aurora token, and it is more than 21,000, almost 22,000, and people are transacting a lot, 1.3 million total transfers. And these transfers the numbers here are higher, obviously, just because the cost of the transaction on the Near blockchain is much, much lower than on the Ethereum blockchain. However, obviously, all of these numbers are paling in comparison with what we see on the Aurora Mainnet. So there are more than 35,000 users and holders of the Aurora token. Many of them are actually staking Aurora. Aurora Mainnet is the place where the staking of Aurora token is happening. And people have performed more than 2.1 million transfers. Altogether, these numbers add up to more than 62,000 token holders and more than 3.5 million transfers that are recorded over 3 chains. So these are a pretty interesting stats. I was going over this just yesterday, looking at explorers, trying to understand what is happening here. So just wanted to share it with you, and hopefully now you know all of this information. Just for you to be able to check and validate this information separately, you're able to go to Etherscan on the Ethereum to check the token Aurora. Please make sure that you are working with the proper Aurora token, right? It is marked by Etherscan, and also the address of the Aurora token is starting with 0x6A. On the Near blockchain, you can go to nearblocks.io, and then there also find that Aurora is the top token on the Near protocol. It's the biggest one in terms of the market cap. It's the biggest one in terms of the on-chain market cap and many other metrics. And obviously on Aurora Mainnet, you're able to go to explorer.aurora.dev and there see also in the list of the tokens Aurora. These are all of the news that I have for you today. And in just a minute, I'm going to start looking into the questions that you have. GM everybody, GM Emerson, thanks for joining us. Okay, Master of Thought, super happy as far as I understand, super happy about the game. Yeah, these games were extremely popular. I'm waiting when somebody's going to create a Snake from Nokia on Aurora. Okay, Nick is right in here. He has the funds stuck in Bashan. Its TVL is still more than 1.4 mil USD, as I know many people still cannot withdraw funds. Okay, so that's interesting. They indeed merged, or Origami merged with Bashan. And then just given DGA former Bastion who doesn't respond. Okay, so Nick, let me pass this information to the Origami team, and just to make sure that that everything is happening properly. I'm not aware of the details of the deal, but I would suppose that the control over the Bastion smart contracts and the protocol was handed over to the Origami team. But let me communicate this to them. Emerson, is there a plan to increase the staking percentage above 17% when staking in Aurora Plus? There is the staking incentives are actually fixed. So I would recommend you, Emerson, to go to the Aurora forum and see the post about the update of the Aurora token economy, which is like approximately 1 year old. The staking rewards are fixed, and they're fixed forever. There is a mechanism how the rewards are calculated. These rewards are decreasing over time, and the thing that influences the staking APY is two things, like the total rewards that are allocated. This is one thing, and it decreases over time. And the second thing is the amount of Aurora tokens that are staked. So in case there are more Aurora tokens that are staked, it means that the APY is lower, while in case there is lower amount of tokens that are staked by the users, then it means that the APY is higher. So the current social balance that was found by the market and by the holders and stakers of Aurora tokens resides or dictates the 17% APY. In case people will unstake Aurora, then the APY will go higher. In case they are going to be more people who are staking Aurora, then the APY is going to get lower. There is nothing that can be done about it, unless the Aurora DAO is going to change the way how the distribution to through the staking is working. But at the moment, there is no such discussion. Okay. Okay, cool. So it seems like that's it. Thanks everybody for joining this stream, and I hope everybody who was not able to join it but is watching it right now is having a good time. As always, big thanks for your support, and let's continue building this ecosystem together. Thanks everybody for joining, and we're gonna see each other in exactly 1 week from now on the next Friday Alpha League sessions. Goodbye.